You are now watching the Movie Juice Podcast.
The juice is loose.
Break it down.
And welcome to episode 3 of the Movie Juice Podcast.
Movie juice, movie juice, movie juice, movie juice, movie juice, movie juice, movie juice.
Juice the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I'm glad we're keeping that up. I'm enjoying it.
I'm James.
I'm Kyle,
And I'm Dylan.
and we're best friends, and we love movies.
And
We
each
love
other.
movies and each other.
Oh yeah,
Lifelong friends, forever.
forever and ever and
Forever.
and the next day, and the next day, and the next day.
That was a Terry Funk. That was a Terry Funk.
I was calling SpongeBob.
Future.
Alright, well, we didn't go to the theater and watch a movie this week.
Sorry.
This week, we just kind of just watched whatever the fuck we wanted to.
Because we're fucking men and we can.
I do what I want to do.
I'm a grown-ass man. I can pee in the bed if I want.
Fuck. Hey,
That's fucking on God.
that's crazy style.
Oh, hey, everybody knows my fuck style is Buckwell.
Cheers.
You
You
know,
know,
drink to that.
the other day at work, I told somebody that you said that, and they were like, "That's so fucking funny." I was like, "Yeah," because he just says it.
Like completely out of context, not when we're talking about fucking. He'll just be like, yeah, because my fuck style. I'm like, no one asked, but I'm not mad about
My
it.
boy says my fuck style is buck wild, and I'm like, shit.
Oh,
But anyway, so this week we decided that we were just gonna talk about basically random bullshit, but not really. Just stuff that we watch in our own time because we like movies, so we watch movies on our own time too.
Yeah, bro. Who wants to go first?
Say Dylan, you go ahead and go
Okay.
first, big dog.
Yeah,
I watched.
yeah.
Well, normally, I would. Normally, I don't watch movies during my week. I usually kind of just watch random TV shows. But this week, I decided to rip my own emotional
Okay, I thought you were gonna say
box
something
out
else.
of my system. And I decided to watch 2 Pixar movies. One being Inside Out, just because the second one comes out later on.
Yeah, you've been meaning to do it for a while, haven't you?
Yeah.
I also still need to watch it.
Ever since we watched the trailer, I remember you're like, oh shit, I gotta watch the first one.
Yeah.
Because I remember showing interest, and you guys were like, oh, we haven't seen it. I was like, bro, you should see it. It's
Yeah,
fucking
the
good.
first one came out almost 10 years ago.
That's stop. Why?
Like,
Fucking something else came out. Like I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, that's 10 years old. And then it made me fucking want to die inside.
yeah. But yeah, in 9 years I haven't watched it, so I finally watched it. And then I also watched Soul. And it's also Disney.
I got
Pixar.
soul, but I'm not a soldier.
Another headache, another heartbreak.
That's the first thing that popped in my head when you said soul. That's one that I remember we were gonna see when COVID was happening, and we never got around to seeing
Yeah,
it.
because
And then
it
it came
shut
into
down.
theaters earlier this year, and I still didn't fucking go
Dude.
see it.
Yeah, I never saw either of those movies.
I will say, Soul, really fucking good. I mean, both of them are really good.
That's
but, like, Soul was definitely. They knew they weren't making a kid movie, I don't think.
right.
Like, there was just enough in the movie for kids, but a lot of it was for, like,
It was a reverse Garfield.
yeah.
Or
I
like
would-
it's for adults.
I
But we
would
got a
s-
couple things for the kids.
I would say it would be, like, regular show.
Oh,
Where, like,
really?
it's more directed towards people who kind of understand the concept of death.
Right.
Where, like, a child probably wouldn't. Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the
It's a
first.
heavy film.
I remember the first time, like, with one of my nephews that when my aunt was like talking to me about how they were gonna explain death to their kids, and I was like, I never really realized that it's such a foreign concept
Yeah.
to like a kid or someone who doesn't know what death is.
Well, if you don't experience it,
yeah, you don't know what it is.
you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
Yeah.
They're gone?
And then ever since then, that was that made me think of like, wow, the concept of death is like real.
And it's
Yeah.
foreign to
Yeah.
people until they really know.
Yep.
And even then,
Absolutely.
like, you never really know
Yeah.
until you do it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll drink to that.
I'll drink to that.
I got it just as dark as the movie.
So you go up to heaven and you're like, God, I got a story for you, and God says, I already know it, dude. And you're like,
And then he dabs you up,
oh, dude.
and then he sends you to hell.
Go down, G.
He's like, hey, man, You know. Hey.
That's just
Sorry,
like
big
my
dog.
job.
You kind of a miscreant. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
He gonna be like, you remember all those things you did? I'm gonna be like, yeah.
All those memes you shared.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those will get me in trouble real quick.
Oh, absolutely.
All those people you weren't very great to you, I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hank.
But yeah, like since you haven't seen Inside Out, I'm just gonna give you the same warning he gave me. Make sure you got tissues with you.
Yeah, because he sent me a picture of him watching. I was like, "Well, we got tissues."
That one deals with like,
just growing up in general.
Growing
yeah, I
up
feel like
and,
that was shit would hit
emotions and
me.
stuff.
Yeah,
For
it
sure.
does.
Yeah, man.
Definitely.
Cause y'all know how I
I'll
am.
know
I'll
I-
just say Bing Bong, and it
Dude,
already
dude,
makes me
Big
emotional.
Bong, dude, that was emotional.
I remember I was talking to someone who had like watched the movie before, but like didn't get as emotional, and I was like talking to it with them, and I was starting to kind of tear up as I was talking about it, because like that's just
Yeah,
it hit me in the feel so much that every time I talk
Like-
about it, it resonates in my heart.
And also watching If before watching Inside Out
Yeah.
made that scene even more emotional.
Right,
Just
like
like, man.
knowing like we all have with an If when they're when they like reconnect and like their
Yeah.
heart glows, it's like oh
Yeah. But
oh shit.
dude, the
Yeah.
weird thing about the sequel that's coming out in a couple weeks is like Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling aren't coming back.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's weird. I don't know if there's like a contract dispute or
Because Bill
something.
Hader's pretty like he's always down.
Yeah, because like I know he just wrapped up Barry, so I mean,
Yeah,
I-
right. What are you doing?
So like, I don't know why he didn't reprise his role as Sphere.
Yeah, you ain't got SNL to worry about. Like,
Yeah.
you've been off that
And
for
Mindy
years.
Kaling, I don't really know what she's working on.
I feel like she needs this movie, but hey,
Yeah.
whatever. It's not my day to watch her career.
But, but I mean, I think Lewis Black is coming back
Mhm.
for Anger, and
Of course, Amy Poehler's coming back.
yeah, of course, you couldn't have the character without her.
No, because she's so bubbly. Like it's ain't
Yeah.
really she's literally just like her Parks and Rec character.
You, like,
but,
have-
if it was an emotion.
Like a good portion during like the first half of the movie, I was like, damn. I was like, because I've been watching Parks and Rec, and I was like, damn, she literally just plays the same character.
Except she doesn't love Joe Biden as much.
Yeah. Yeah. Which watching that in 2024, watching Parks and Rec in 2024, it's like wild.
It was wild because when I was first watching Parks and Rec, he just been elected president, and I was like, it's weird to see like him back then when he was just the vice president.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
But Sold is really good. That's Jamie Foxx.
I was gonna say that earlier. I was
and
Jamie
Tina
Foxx,
Fey.
right?
Okay.
Tina Fey's in it.
I remember Tina Fey
beat.
beat. I knew she was in like one of these ones that just came out recently, but I can't
Dude,
remember what it was. I know.
I teared up. I didn't cry as much as I
Right.
did during Inside Out, but like the movie itself is actually just really good.
Yeah,
Hey, buddy. Oh, my cat's running around.
yeah. You might hear his jingle a little bit in
Yeah,
the
so if
background.
you-
Shouts out Sheiky baby.
Yeah,
Cheeky baby.
cheeky boy. Yeah.
Named,
So if you-
named after the great Iron Sheik.
Yep.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Hope you're getting angels to do the arch for you.
I'd break your back and fuck your ass.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Hey man, fuck
Hey.
Hulk Hogan.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
That jabroni.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan jabroni.
Oh
Sheiky
shit!
was crazy, bro.
She go hard.
Dude, we gotta watch some Hulk Hogan movies because some of them are terrible.
We should watch
Yeah.
Suburban Commando.
Oh god.
That would be
Fuck
so
yeah.
much fun. Or No Holds Barred. I have No
Mr.
Holds
Nanny?
Barred.
Hell yeah! And then like we do another episode just on all the Marine movies.
Oh.
Nah. I'm not watching all 6 of those.
No.
I watched the first one.
I watched
Yeah.
the first. I might skip the second one, and then I'll watch at least one of them with the Miz.
Yeah, just for the jokes.
Is it Mr. Kennedy, the Marine in the second one?
No, it's Ted DiBiase. I'm pretty sure,
Oh, okay.
or Junior. My bad.
And then what's that other movie? It's not a Marine movie. What's that other one with Randy Orton? What was that
Countdown?
Countdown 2, I
one?
think.
Gotcha. Okay.
They made.
Well, Dean Ambrose is in one of those.
Yeah, he's in the third one.
An old DVD I have always had a trailer for it, and I always knew it was before I got like really into wrestling, but I still knew who Randy Orton was. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I should watch that, and I just never did.
Because John Cena was in the first one.
Right.
Nah, man, I don't think so. Or maybe you're right. I don't remember.
Well, because 12 rounds. That's the name of it. 12 rounds.
Can't see.
You need to see the man.
Yes.
Because 12
Sorry,
rounds
the fucking couch is hurting
was
my
Cena.
ass.
Then 12 rounds 2 was Randy Orton, and then 12 rounds 3 was
Right.
Jon Moxley
Countdown
and
was
Dean
something
Ambrose.
different.
Countdown just had like a whole bunch of them in it. I know Kane's in it.
Rusev.
Dolph
Ziggler.
Ziggler. Yeah, like, I had like a whole bunch of them in it.
Anyway, we're losing.
Yeah,
the
we're
plot.
losing. Yeah.
Yeah, you said riff it, so
Hey man, we're talking
don't
about
have a
movies.
script.
Talking about
We're
movies.
juicing random movies, but we're just.
I'll juice you if you keep it the fuck up.
Oh.
That didn't sound as good as milking.
Nah.
So like juicing just means I'm gonna crush. Sounds like I'm gonna crush
Yeah.
you, and
I know.
I want to do it sexually, not hurtfully.
I still need to rate Soul on Letterboxd. Keep forgetting, but I think I gave Inside Out a 4.
I have to do all the ones that I.
Is that out of
dude.
5?
Yeah.
I haven't used Letterboxd yet.
Yeah, their star ratings out of 5.
I've been enjoying using their rating system because like it makes me really think critically of like, did I like this movie or
Yeah.
could it have been better? Which like when you have a lower standard of what you should
Yeah.
rate it, you think harder about like was this good? Was it not?
Yeah. But honestly, I'd give both films an 8 out of a 10 scale.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Kind of like the Garfield thing, where like it had a lot of things for kids and adults for both
Yeah,
movies.
yeah. Soul was a really good all-around story.
Right.
I really enjoyed that one. But what movies did you watch?
Me being Kyle, I was supposed to get my last name. I didn't want to. I started off with a little movie called Happy Death Day
That's a great movie.
because I'd only
Yeah.
ever seen it
I've
once
only
in
seen the
theaters with my buddy, who you guys know. We'll call him. We'll call him his nickname, C. Randy. And
See,
him
Randy
and him and two other buddies, Chinless and My Dad Is Dead. We all went and saw it because he could get us in, and then C. Randy leaves halfway through to go flirt with some other girl that he was working in the theater. I think it was, I'm not gonna say names for that, but he was flirting with her. So he's just gone half the fucking movie. So like, and I remember we were in there kind of mostly just make fun of it. And I remember the only thing we made fun of was the fact that her name was Tree,
Yeah.
because it's just kind of a dumb
That
name.
is weird.
It's a dumb name.
Yeah.
But so I was like, I need to give it another shot, and that's why I hit my boy James right here up.
Yes, sir.
I was like, hey, can I borrow your Voodoo? Because I know you got the first one. And then little did I know he had the pack that had 2 and Freaky.
That's
And
what
I had never
do.
seen Happy Death Day to You. And me and Dylan, I think, saw Freaky together. I
Yeah.
think you saw it separately. Because I don't think we all had A-list at the same time then.
Me
Nah.
and Grace.
Yeah.
I went and
Oh, wow.
I bought Freaky whenever I bought Happy Death Day, obviously.
Right.
But I bought that pack to watch Freaky.
right.
And it was like a good deal for all 3.
Right.
And I'd never seen Happy Death Day to You either.
I had neither.
haven't
I'd
seen that one
only ever
either.
seen the first one in theaters. And the guy who took me to see it left halfway through to go flirt with a bitch.
Right.
So, but so like I didn't have like the best like critical viewing of it, so I made sure to rewatch it this time. And honestly, the first one's still pretty solid horror movie. Like it because it's one of the first movies that took the let's do this concept but horror. Like they did Groundhog Day, and then
Yeah.
then they did Freaky, which was Freaky Friday. And then now, of course, they did Wonderful Knife, where it's like a Wonderful Life, but
Dude,
horror,
Wonderful
which
Knife
was terrible.
was
We all
ass.
hated it. It kind of sucked. Joe
It's-
McHale got a paycheck. I'm happy for him, but
So-
And
hard.
Justin Long.
yeah, just along with fake teeth for some reason.
Dude, that was a weird
his
fucking
teeth
movie.
looks weird.
Yeah.
And I've seen Tusk.
Yeah, and it sucks that that's the movie he did after Barbarian, because Barbarian was so fucking good.
I still need to watch it.
It's really good, dude.
I didn't care too much for Barbarian.
Fuck, what?
Justin
I have
Long-
reasons, though, that I'm not going to get into.
That's
on the
right.
podcast.
We'll talk about it.
Like, it's
Maybe once
weird-
Dylan finally watches it, we'll all
Yeah.
talk about it.
It's weird that like Justin Long does really good in horror movies.
He really does, because
Yeah, man, he just ended up becoming like one of those guys.
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like most horror movies, he's kind of a nice guy in it, but then
Yeah.
he just ends up dead.
Yeah.
but
well-
he's always really good in them.
Well, he
Not a
didn't
nice
die.
guy in the Barbarian.
He
No.
didn't. He didn't
I'm trying to spoil it
technically
for
die in Tusk.
True, he's just doomed to live as a walrus.
Yeah, which I think I'd rather be dead.
That's why when we were talking about when we talked about In a Violent Nature, the guy who got crippled, because at first I thought he was just going to be crippled.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to leave him and let him be
Yeah, me
crippled.
too. I thought he-
And I was like, bro, I'd rather just have fucking got myself fucking killed. I wouldn't want to be crippled.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, like I definitely wouldn't. But overall, it was pretty good. It definitely held up to the standards that I like. And honestly, I think that writer, with all the movies he's done since then, like he does a really good job with mixing the horror with, but also with like really good emotional beats. Because like her whole thing is like her mom died and she has like a strained relationship with her dad,
Yeah.
and like she's kind of turned into throughout her years. ever since her mom died, kind of turned into a bitch. But she recognizes it through all the days she relives, which is always nice. I like that. Like, she has this one scene where she's like, when you die over and over again, you kind of see the person you've become. And then she falls in love with this dude who's basically like, hey, he's never too late to change, which is nice. So like, I like that she kind of the guy who wrote him did a really good job of like mixing in heartfelt moments, which you don't really get a lot in horror. So it's nice to see.
What's your favorite death in Happy Death Day?
Oh shit.
God, I haven't seen it in so long that I can't remember.
That's fine.
Because I watched it when it came out.
My favorite one's in 2, but I'll get to that in a little bit, or in a few minutes. But probably my favorite one for that is when she gets the killer. She's like, I got you, but then she's like, oh shit, if I kill you and don't reset the day, he just killed the boyfriend. He's like, oh, if I do that, he'll be dead forever. So I got to kill myself one last time. So she goes up to the fucking top of this bell tower and like puts a noose around her neck and just fucking jumps. It's pretty like cinematic too. It's pretty cool.
Now, is the first one the one where it has that cool panning shot where she dies and then falls
that's one of
into
my
bed?
favorites too. Because like she gets whacked with a fucking baseball bat and she starts falling in slow motion and it slowly transitions to her head hitting the pillow. That's one of my favorites. And they do a similar one in the second one where like it fades into another like shot of her waking up in the bed, which is really cool. But yeah, so then she does that, and then it's like happily ever after. She realizes that it was her roommate the whole time, trying to kill her because the doctor that this goes into her not being another nice person. She was sleeping with the doctor to get good grades in his class, but the roommate was mad that he didn't pick her, so she was trying to kill him this whole time, and she figured she'd use the serial killer as a
Cover up.
Scapegoat. What's that fucking word? Yeah, that's pissing me off. I can't think of that word. But yeah, basically he uses her as like a hey, he did it, not me.
Bamboozled.
But then she figures it out because she goes to sleep thinking, oh, I got the killer, we're good. And she eats the cupcake that the roommate left for her. And then like later on in the day, she's like, why did I restart? I thought I did everything right. And then she's like, oh, I ate the cupcake and I died in my sleep. Yeah. That's what she figures out. Oh, it was you the whole fucking time.
Because in every other time, she throws the cupcake away or doesn't eat it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, yeah. And then it's like, I fell asleep. What the hell? And she's like, oh, I ate the cupcake.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's the first one. And the second one deviates wildly. Like, it's not really a horror movie. It's got a few horror scenes in it, but overall, it's... Because I remember someone saying the first one's Groundhog Day, and the second one's more like Back... Because they directly say it in the sequel. This guy's like, oh, it's more like Back to the Future 2.
Yeah.
And, of course, just like the joke of Groundhog Day in the first one, she's like, what? And he's like, you've never seen Groundhog Day or Back to the Future 2? Which is really funny. But yeah, it's more time travel-y. But honestly, I think it's a better movie, because, like, she ends up getting to this alternate universe. And this one I'd never seen before, so that's why when I wanted to watch them all, I made sure to watch this one too, because I was like, oh, I've never seen the second one, I want to watch it. And like, she ends up in an alternate universe where her mom is still alive, and like that's where I think the movie pays off more. Bless you. Yeah, she ends up in a parallel universe where her mom's still alive, and she kind of has to come to terms with that. And then she realizes that the boyfriend that she finally found in the first movie, if she stays in this universe, that boyfriend is with her old house. She's in a sorority. Her old house sorority leader, who she kind of doesn't like, and she's like, well, what do you see in him? So like, if she stays in that universe, she gets her mom, but she kind of loses her boyfriend, and she kind of has to come to terms with the fact that like maybe in this universe, all the memories that this version of you had with her mom isn't hers because she didn't live those memories with her.
Right.
Which is like really kind of sad, because there's a scene in the car later when they have to leave and get out, because she says, no, I'm going to stay in this universe, I'd rather have my mom. And then they're trying to get out of town so the killer doesn't get them. And like when she does, the mom's like, oh, you don't remember this picture we took? Blah, blah, blah. And then she kind of realizes, like, these are not my memories. Like, even though my mom's dead, like, these aren't my memories. It's going to be kind of weird to stay here. Because her boyfriend's kind of like, it's kind of like, well, maybe, have you ever thought that maybe, like, not that she was supposed to die, but, like, you're not supposed to have those memories with her, and like maybe this is just a chance for you to do what a lot of people can't do, which is say goodbye, because people die like so suddenly, and I think that's when she finally realizes that, and then she ends up having to relive the day one last time over, and like she uses that to say goodbye. Like that scene, I was crying hard. I'm not gonna lie, 'cause she was like saying goodbye to her mom, and they had this really good moment, and I remember I teared up a lot. But that's what I mean when I said like this one's definitely a better movie overall, in my opinion. But because like I think they do the heartfelt really well, even though they left the horror kind of out, so it's not really that much of a horror movie. But overall, I think it's pretty good. But it's definitely one of the better horror sequels that doesn't like they had a good they had something to say with the script other than just phoning it in for a paycheck, because the first one did so well.
I understand that. Like they didn't just cash in; they did something different.
Yeah,
which I always applaud for sure.
So what would you rate the first Happy Death Day?
I've only ever seen the first one.
For the concept and how they executed it, I'd honestly say about an 8. Honestly, it's pretty good.
I really like the first one.
Same.
I'm not gonna rate it because I didn't watch it recently.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in years.
And I feel like a lot of what we do is recency bias.
Yeah,
for sure.
So.
And then for the second one, I'd probably give it like a 7, just because, like I say, I think the second one's a better movie, but it doesn't top the first one in terms of what the first one, since it deviated so much from what the first one is and kind of went its own separate thing. It's still a little lower than the first one, but it's still a pretty solid movie overall. But
I remember liking the second one.
Same.
I liked the second one. It was just so different.
Yeah.
I really should watch it again.
Yeah, but like the lack of horror shows, like you get a little bit of horror right at the beginning, one tiny one in the middle, and like a little at the end, and that's basically it.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not good on the horror front, but like they still marketed it. I remember the marketing a lot where they still marketed it as horror when it really shouldn't have been.
Yeah. I remember I was like, why the fuck are they making another one?
Yeah,
Same.
I thought the exact same.
Because that also goes with like what I was saying. Like how I saw the first one when it first came out, the way I saw it, I was like, okay, that's kind of a joke.
Yeah, because like the first one, the way it ended, from what I remember, it kind of ends where it didn't really need a sequel.
No,
Exactly.
man, they literally tie it up in a perfect little bow.
Yeah.
Well, like what he said with the second one, the way they do set it up pretty well.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Because the weirdest part is the best friend who like every time she wakes up in his dorm room, the best friend of the guy she sleeps with, he's like, oh, you finally get that fine vagina? And then it turns out in the second one, he's a fucking genius.
Fine Vagina is so fucking funny.
Agreed.
But
that was the hardest thing to swallow in the second one, was the fact that boy turns out to be a genius who built the time machine.
yeah, he literally.
I was like,
built a
that's the guy who
time
fucking
machine.
built the time machine. Like the whole movie, I'm like, that's the guy. But it's crazy.
Movie did you watch, Big Dog?
So this week I watched Shaun of the Dead.
Banger.
Great fucking movie.
Great fucking movie. I admittedly phoned it in a little bit because this is very much a comfort movie for me.
Right, you can just watch it and be like, okay, I know what's happening.
I literally almost beat for beat know what's going to happen every time, but it is so good. It is a movie that I will rewatch
1,000 times.
1,000 more times.
The whole trilogy,
So
for being
good.
honest.
Yeah, the entire Cornetto trilogy is
But if you're just
good.
looking for horror, definitely it's just the first one.
And I definitely think, though, in my opinion, although they are all completely different films, the first one is Shaun of the Dead, and that is my favorite. I think that Edgar Wright did a fucking fantastic movie. Is that his first directorial credit? I should have fact checked that.
Not he did one before that no one's ever seen, because like he's tried to purposely get all the comedy. But it's like an old type Western comedy
Okay.
that he did for like a really small budget. So like this is like his first big debut. Right before this, he was doing that show Space.
They did the
with
TV
Simon
show.
Pegg.
Yeah, I knew that because I read that there's an episode of Spaced that has to do with
with
zombies,
Resident Evil. He falls asleep playing Resident Evil.
and he has a dream about zombies.
Yeah, and then that's what inspired them to be like, let's make a zombie movie.
But I feel like most people that would be listening to this was probably seen Shaun of the Dead
Oh,
Hopefully.
yeah. At least once.
at least once.
Yep.
It's just two fucking loser best friends
Yep.
who end up fighting zombies. That's basically the premise.
Yeah.
Because I think I speak for everybody here when we say like that's definitely one of our favorite movies across the board. All three of us do
Yeah,
love that
fucking
movie.
love it.
Well, also
I have
like
the Funko Pops for them.
Fuck, oh yeah, I always see them, but they're like really expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
it hits like a lot of beats too, because there's like emotional scenes.
Yeah.
I cry. Still.
And it's also like fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And there's good gore, and there's a good story.
Yep.
Like the whole movie is fantastic. It is genuinely a gem. It's probably one of my top 5 favorite movies if I really had to sit down and think about it. Might even be top 3.
I have a steelbook for it. I think I have it on steelbook, Blu-ray, and DVD. Like I do Scott Pilgrim. I think I have that. I have the trifecta on that too.
I know I have it on Blu-ray for sure, and then I have it digitally too because that's how I watched it. Because I just threw it on Vudu, watched it again.
Hell yeah.
My favorite scene, well, it's hard for me to pick a favorite scene.
It's so hard. It's so good.
One of my favorite scenes is whenever they are trying to kill whenever they first find the zombie in the garden.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
There's a girl in the garden. It's so fucking funny. And then they come out and they start taking pictures with her because they're like, oh, she's drunk. And then they push her over and she gets up and she has that hole in her.
That's such a good shot.
And Ed is like winding up because it's like 2004, 2003, so they have like the old disposable camera, and he starts to he's gonna take a picture of her again.
Simon Pegg's like, bro, what the fuck?
I know. and then it immediately leads into them throwing the records.
Yeah.
And that's so funny.
That always makes me sad because he's like they're like, oh, don't throw that. That's the first album I ever owned. And then he's like, the Batman soundtrack. He says, throw it. And I'm like, what? No, that's a good fucking album. Why would you throw it? That's got Bat Dance.
Yeah, that's the song that Prince made about Batman that you can fuck to.
Yeah, why would
Fuck
you?
to.
But I was like, don't throw that, you asshole.
Hey Dylan, what's your fuck style?
Buck Wild.
That's nuts. But yeah. So I watched it again. Another one of my favorite scenes is when they are in the Winchester. And
Which time?
towards the end,
Right.
And the owner comes out and he's a zombie.
Yeah.
And they start beating him with the pool cues to the
To Supersonic Man.
yeah, to Supersonic Man.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Don't
Because
stop
they
me now.
had to do it they had to choreograph it a bunch to where like they beat him on the beat,
It's
which he
so-
does. Edgar Wright pays off again in Baby Driver with like where like all the gunshots are to the beat and stuff. Like it's really cool. Like they had to like listen to the song in real time while they were doing it.
Don't stop me.
This is another movie that has those two actors in it, but like, do y'all ever see the movie Paul?
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah,
saw it like
Seth
once. I
Rogen.
haven't seen it since it came out.
Yeah, I haven't seen Brooke. Well, my sister, she took me to this. She was working at the movie theater. She took me to see it for free back in the day, and I was at first I was like, bro, this movie's great, and then I rewatched it like a year or two later with my dad, and I was like, okay, it's not as good as I thought it was.
You know, for the longest time, I thought that was the third movie of the Cornetto trilogy.
Really?
Yeah. And then I think you told me, Kyle. I think you told me that it was
World's
End.
which is my personal favorite of the three. Just because, like, I'll always have a soft spot for Shaun of the Dead. And it's still like one of my top movies too. But like that, like I've always seen myself in Gary King.
Yeah.
In World's End. So like that's all. Like that one always hits me in my feels a lot. So
Well,
it's definitely my favorite.
Not to spoil anything, but the twist whenever shit hits the fan in that movie
is
is
crazy.
crazy.
Like you don't see it coming at all.
Yeah, like 'cause first time I watched it was maybe not even 2 years ago,
shit.
and I was like, "Oh my god!" And I've rewatched that movie a couple times since, and it's so good.
It's
All
so
three of them are
fucking
so, and Hot Fuzz is great too.
That's my new movie to get drunk to. Like if I'm gonna watch a movie and just like drink, I'm like that's the
Dude,
one I want to watch.
I used to watch Hot Fuzz on Comedy Central all the fucking
Bro,
time.
Me too.
Yeah, Hot
It's
Fuzz
so
is I think
good.
is the most underrated one of them.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
really
it's
good.
that one's fucking fun.
Agreed. Like a lot of the like I think that's Edgar Wright's best movie for cuts, because like he has really good comedic cuts in that movie. Where like when he's at the beginning with when he's going through all the offices of like of him getting fired or getting moved to that small town, like the cuts how they cut to each person in that precinct is like perfectly timed and hilarious.
It's so good.
And like each one is like a different famous British actor
Yeah.
that like's only in the movie for like 2 fucking seconds. Like they probably didn't even get paid. They probably just showed up to do one scene.
If I had to rate Shaun of the Dead, which that's what we do here, it's
Yeah.
a 10.
Yeah,
It's
honestly,
a 10 for me. It's an easy 10 for me.
I'm biased as fuck, but it's
I am
it would
too.
have to be 10. Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you can have biases.
You
Sure,
can,
yeah.
for sure. And like I was telling you guys, like, I have a certain few movies. Well, it's probably like 10. Because
Yeah.
honestly, I'm such a movie whore.
Yep.
Like, they're never old to me. They're never timeless to me. And that is one of them.
The great thing about Shaun of the Dead with that is like you can watch it a million times and notice something new every fucking time.
Yeah, because there's so much background.
That's-
The way the zombies are.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good.
the way they foreshadow the whole day at the beginning.
Yeah,
Have a
dude.
Bloody Mary to start the day, like all that shit. Like it definitely like no matter how many times you watch it, that's what makes it a 10 in my book. Is like every time you watch it, you'll always be like, "Did I notice that before? Interesting. That's cool."
And another thing I really like, which piggybacks off of what you said, is with the first day when they walks through and he sees all the people, you see all of those people again as zombies.
Rip.
It's
Yeah.
so
but like
good.
they're basically already zombies at the beginning of the movie anyway, because like how they work.
Yeah, it's almost. I wonder if that's like a, like I guess a euphemism.
Kind of, sort of, because that's the whole point of the movie. He's already kind of living his life as a zombie before the whole world becomes zombies.
Yeah, he's like accepted his lot in life,
Yeah.
which honestly is scary.
You know what kind of makes me sad is kind of his girlfriend. Like because by all accounts, Sean is not a good guy. Like he's kind of a lazy piece of shit who just doesn't really want to do anything. And like his girlfriend's trying to change him, and she can't. So she ultimately breaks up with him at the beginning, and then like towards the end, she kind of just the zombie apocalypse kind of gets her to stick around,
Yeah.
which is like kind of like I feel we're kind of bad for her because at the end they're still together, and it's like I wonder if they're happy.
Because
Agreed.
I think he realizes, like, oh,
Agreed.
you know? And then, like, this whole, like, I mean, fuck, dude, if you go through the end of the world and make it out on the other end, okay, like, it's gotta change you, right?
Yeah, especially the ending with with Ed ending and then the going out to the thing, like, where like they're like, I guess we have to, we'd have to off ourselves. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's pretty.
And then also, like, whenever they cut to the apartment, because, like, the apartment in the beginning is, like, all dirty and trashed and shit. And then they cut to the apartment at the end where they're sitting there chilling and it's, like, all nice and...
That's because Pete's fucking dead. They don't have an asshole for a roommate.
Well, he's not the reason why it's trash, though. It's Ed's lazy ass sitting on the couch all
Well,
day.
yeah, he's in the woodshed now, so it's good.
That's true.
But that's another underrated aspect is Pete Serafinowicz though. He's fucking hilarious. Their roommate, like he's one of my favorite British comedians because like he'll just show up in random things and make it 10 times better. He's a really good voice actor, dude. He has like a lot of voices.
Hell yeah.
He's really funny.
Pete. Hey, Pete.
We're gonna take your call, mate.
We're gonna take your car, mate. Oh, whenever Ed he crashes the car so he can drive the Jag. Oh, it's
Jesus.
so funny.
The one thing I will say that never fully sits right with me is when Ed drops the N word. Cause like
Yeah, 'cause it's-
that just
Oh,
throws
yeah.
me for a loop. I'm like, that did not need to be in that movie.
Yeah, but it's like I know it's like it's got to be like shock factor, and also like
Agreed.
it's like 2003,
True. And like,
and I'm not saying it's okay.
if anyone in that
Oh,
movie
yeah.
can get away with it, it's Nick Frost because he's
Yeah.
just hilarious.
And it's so-
but like, I still feel like we could have took it out.
I think it's supposed to be like that though, like unsettling and like kind of like, oh, this dude's so fucking awkward.
yeah, like, and
Yeah.
that's another reason to be like, this guy's just bringing Sean down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just another reason to show like how much of a fucking kind of a loser. Like he's
Exactly.
because Sean's a loser and has accepted his lot in life.
But like, he has potential and could be better.
and Ed is an absolute fucking like dead weight
Yeah.
on his life.
Pete pretty much says so. Like,
Yeah.
like he's nothing, bro. Like he's not doing anything.
Because he literally lives on their couch. Like
But
they-
that's another one of my favorite things you see that you catch the next time you watch it, where like he like fucking berates
Ed.
Ed, and then Ed's like, next time I see him, he's dead, and then the next time he's in the scene, he's the zombie. I was like, I love that foreshadowing.
But yeah, so that's the movie I watched this week.
Banger. One of my favorites.
So fucking
Yeah.
good. What else have you guys been up to this week?
Do you know?
Well, I was getting the channel started and everything else
Yeah.
for us.
You and Jeff.
Yeah.
Motherfucker,
Well, no, Jeff was editing and I was just setting everything else
Jeff was
up.
furiously editing, just
Yeah, just little
clickety clack,
clickety clacking, and I was
clickety clack. Well, my
getting
bad.
everything set up. I think by now we have a Facebook page
Hell yeah.
and a YouTube channel.
And with
we
that being
have-
said, we'll hopefully have our socials
Yeah.
in the description of this one.
Do you
Hope-
have
hopefully by the time this episode comes out, we'll be on Apple Podcasts. I'm still waiting to hear back.
But we're on like pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
Have you
Finally.
played any games or anything lately? You've been...
I started South Park Stick of Truth just for shits and giggles. I
Yeah.
didn't make it far.
For Gets and Chiggles.
And yeah, and then I recently bought Madden 24 because it was on like an 80% sale.
How much?
It was originally like a $69 game.
They always
69?
Nice.
Sheesh!
I got it for with tax like $13.
That's a fucking
nothing.
deal.
Yeah, dude. And it took like 2 days to download because like.
True.
Your internet shit here.
Well, no, I got
I wonder-
Spectrum now, but like I started downloading it like maybe like 30 minutes before I was supposed to go to bed to get ready
Right.
for work the next day. So I just stopped downloading it, and then I just downloaded the rest of it the next
Right.
day.
I wonder if it's the deal like that because like we know the new one will come out probably around like Christmas time.
Nah, man, it'll come out at the end of the summer, bro.
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Like,
shit.
it
That's
usually
okay.
comes out right before
I
the
know they
NFL
turn them
season.
around quick as shit, but shit.
Yeah, I gotta work on that, Drew. I gotta work on the fantasy football draft coming up soon.
Yeah, maybe we could do a what was that video we watched?
We'll do a football movie.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
you know, one of those
Longest
NFL.
yard or-
What was those videos we watched where like the guy would use the spinner and the
Oh, those fuck, what are they called?
Was that the one where the NFL teams took over the country?
Yeah.
that shit was funny.
because like I remember you were like that sounds fucking stupid and then we got you invested in it.
Yeah, because I came over and y'all were like partway through it. And
Imperialism,
Yeah.
NFL imperialism.
And I sat down and I was like, this is very interesting. Like, it was so stupid, but it was so fucking good.
You were just like, what are you guys talking about? Like, bro, fucking check this out. It's not bad. And then next thing you know, we're watching the whole thing. Grace gets home. Like, what are you guys doing?
We're just goofing.
We're just goofing. New football goofing.
New football goofing.
Yeah, but I have to work on the draft, the NFL fantasy draft soon.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Kyle? You been playing any games?
Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Dark Souls 2. I'll probably jump back in.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go for the platinum on that too. I'm not going as hard as I did for Dark Souls 1, because like I don't think Dark Souls 2 is as good as Dark Souls 1. So I'm just kind of taking my time with that. Playing a little Persona 2.
Yeah, Persona. Which one?
Kind of Persona 5.
Word, what you playing it on?
Switch.
Yeah.
Just because I can play it while I'm watching TV and shit.
Right,
Or
what you-
just decompress, sit in the chair, and just play on my handheld.
What you been playing Dark Souls 2 on?
PS4.
PS4?
PS5. The PS4 copy on a PS5.
Right, I'm with you. So this guy's a platinum overachiever.
I'm sorry.
Platinum game.
It's just like,
Yeah.
I like that it makes you play everything the game has to offer. And I only do it on games like I really love.
I'm gonna call him an overachiever.
I mean, no, that's for Xbox, because those are achievements.
That's true.
I'm just kidding.
Over trophier. So that just doesn't sound as good.
But only for like games I really love. That's why I like, depending on if it's on the Switch and I don't really want to platinum it. That's usually when I play Switch games, because like I'll be like, oh, I can play it on handheld, and not have to worry about. That's where I do my casual gaming usually, because you can just play it while you watch TV. You can play it anywhere.
Just chilling.
Play it while you're on the pooper.
All gaming for me is casual gaming.
That's true. But I respect you for it. You have more time to do fun things. Well, I mean, like things in real life. You have a wife though, so man, that's probably
It
of
cuts out a good portion of what I'm
Things
allowed
you
to
can
do.
Yeah, we are both single men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle and James. I'm James.
Yeah, I,
Nice to meet you,
I,
Kyle.
I gotta, I gotta ask before I can buy things. I bought a new microphone stand just for the pod.
She hated it probably, right?
Well, because Amazon was delivering it. She was like, "What did you order?" And I was like, "I told you this, like right before you fell asleep." I was like, "There was two options from the exact same company. One was $25, the other one was $17. I bought the one that was $17."
My mom and dad have the same types of things where like they're like, "Oh, what'd you order? I got a package on Amazon. What is it?"
Like, the only thing I don't like about sharing an Amazon account is that, like, I'll just go on there and it was like, I know I will put one thing in my cart to look at for later, and then I'll get back on there. There'll be like 7 things in the cart. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is on here?
That's why I like lists, because you can make your own list and it doesn't go in the cart, but you can still add it to the cart from your list,
Yeah.
and no one has to be like, "Oh, I actually ordered your thing too." And I'm like, "Oh."
I was like, bro, I'm not buying sports bras. What is this for?
I mean, I get it, but sometimes I feel like I need sports bras.
Yeah.
I'm working on it though. We're hefty boys.
Oh yeah.
I fucking love Persona 5.
Fucking love you.
That's like my favorite video game.
Oh damn.
It is good. The funny part is he loves it so much, and I've never fucking beat it. I've started it like this is my 5th time now.
Well,
and
I beat it before.
Oh, beat it! Just beat it.
Bow, 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 bow.
But so I've never actually beat it. So I finally just today actually got back to where I was last time I played, and I'm gonna see it through this year. I promise. Because like I it's the funny thing that I always get mad, and I'm holding you to this shit, James.
Cheers.
That like he always is ragging on me for never finishing Persona 5. This motherfucker's never finished Breath of the Wild, and like he gave up again.
Hey,
I did.
if you had a nickel for every person in this room that's never finished Breath of the Wild, you'd have 2 nickels.
Yeah, we haven't even played it.
You've never started it,
Hey.
but you're right, I guess.
But I have started Breath of the Wild probably 3 or 4 times.
You got the furthest still,
And
but
I got
still
very
want
far
you to beat it.
and genuinely did enjoy what I played. It's just, to me, it started getting repetitive just running around on Google Maps, or not on Google Maps,
Google
but
Hyrule Maps.
running around and having a map pulled up on Google trying to find shrines so that I can progress. Like, and I just got bored of it. That's really all that happened. So lately, I've been playing. I replayed the BioShock games. I played BioShock 1 and 2 a couple weeks ago, and now I'm on Infinite. They're fantastic games. All three of them are great in different ways.
I have the platinum on the first one, so
course you do.
I want to try back in there.
I'm playing it on PC.
So, you can still get all the achievements.
You can still get all the
I'm
achievements.
just kidding. I get it.
For
I
sure.
wish we had the soundboard up and running because I would totally would have hit the who cares.
Who cares? God, I hope we get the soundboard figured out for you guys. I really do.
And then I've also been playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag on the Switch. Just
Banger.
barely got into that though.
Last time I played that was on the Switch because it was fun to play it anywhere I wanted to.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. I thought
It's
it'd be
so
fun
open
to-
world that it's like, oh, I can play this while I'm taking a poop, like I said earlier.
I thought about dicking around on Guitar Hero, but then I have to hook the PlayStation 3 up.
Yeah, and I've been really.
He's got the zoomies.
I think after this,
But
after
he's
I
like
kind of,
prancing with it. It's cute.
after I knock out BioShock Infinite, I think I'm gonna start back up on my Persona 5
Hell yeah,
because I
yeah,
play
tell
it.
him, yeah.
I play it every year, which is always a task, and I don't always finish it because it is a very long game. But I'm one trophy away from platinuming it, and it is my favorite video game, so I feel like I do need to platinum this one.
Hell yeah.
Considering this will probably be, I think the first time I played it was in 2019,
Yeah.
and I played it in 2019, 2020, 2021, and then
Jesus.
2022 I played it on the PS5 with the PS4 copy, and then last year I played it on the PS5 with the PS5 copy.
Hell
I
yeah.
own that. I own 3 copies of that game. I have it on. Well, I have Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal both on the PS4,
Hell
and then I
yeah.
have Persona 5 Royal on the PS5 as well.
At shout out Mr. Gaming Lounge in Newton,
It's in Newton.
Newton, North Carolina. They had a copy of the PS5 version for Steelbook, and I really wanted to get that. But,
That's what I got. Yeah.
yeah. So
The only one I really need to find the PS4 Steelbook because I will buy it again, and if I ever find the Switch copy of
I
it,
want the Switch Steelbook for sure. That's like on my list.
because
But I know those are like kind of rare. More what the hell?
I know it's silly to buy the same game multiple times, but it is my favorite video game.
What is your favorite game? I totally get it. Like
I also own like 5 copies of Resident Evil 4
That's
because that is
fair.
also one of my favorite video games.
agreed. And they keep fucking releasing it on.
Well, I have it on the fucking PS2. I
Yeah.
have it on the GameCube. I have it on the PS4, and I have it on the PC. So I have it 4 times. Plus, I have the remake, so I kind of have it 5 times.
Yeah. The remake's one of the ones that I said I was going to platinum this year, and I don't. At this point, I don't know if I'll get to it because I'm trying to do other stuff too. But I definitely want to platinum because I literally have the platinum for 7, 8, remake 2, remake 3. So like remake 4 is the only one I need. Then I'll have all like the modern ones.
I would like to replay RE2 remake and RE3 remake also.
It's so good, dude. I love
Because
it.
I bought those on the computer when I first got my PC, and I
Yeah.
replayed them. And I'd like to do it again. But I really need to work on my backlog and stop playing the same games over and over again.
Dude, the backlogs are insane. Cause
Dude,
like,
you have no idea.
yeah. Well,
You have no fucking idea.
What hurts me is PlayStation Plus because like I'll be playing something else where like I'm gonna do this and the next thing I know I see something on PlayStation Plus and I'm like, oh, I can play that instead and download that and start that. That's how I accidentally platinumed Fallout 4.
Accidentally.
I mean,
Do you realize how you sound? Hey.
well, it was gonna be one of those things where I was gonna I'll do this throughout the year and then next thing I know I'm just playing all Easter vacation and then I have it done in like 4 days and I'm like, well, that happened.
Yeah,
I don't do many other things, guys. Okay.
it's okay. We love you anyway.
Absolutely.
Thank God.
Is there any movies that are coming out this year other than Deadpool and Wolverine?
Good question.
Any other movies that are coming out this year that you guys are excited to see?
Good exclusion, because that would probably be most of them.
Oh yeah. Well, I knew that was one big movie
Yeah.
that we were all looking forward to.
So I'll let James go first on this one. Well, no, you talk. I don't know. It don't matter to me. If you got anything, Let me think for a minute while I'm thinking of mine.
Yeah, I'm also thinking. I mean, obviously Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Right.
Well, Garfield already came out for me, so
Literally, we didn't know about it.
The movie,
Yeah,
the
did not
movie
know.
you two both said, I only saw a trailer last week.
I had no idea it was coming out.
I really can't think of one off the dome.
Because one of my other big ones was Fall Guy, but it came out already.
Yeah, I was super stoked for
Fall
Fall
Guy
Guy.
was really
It was
good
fantastic.
these two know. If you know me, I fucking love Ryan Gosling. He's fucking amazing.
Honestly, you know, it's so silly, but the movie that really sold me on him was fucking Barbie last year.
Mine was always Drive because I've always loved the movie.
I've never
Drive.
seen Drive.
I've never seen
So
it either.
good, dude.
I think I'd love it.
Oh, definitely.
I liked the soundtrack for it.
Yeah.
I had a teacher. I had a high school teacher that
I
would
love
play
the
it all
song
the
by
time.
Incubus.
Yeah.
Pardon me while I know it's a different song. That's my favorite.
I think it's on the
Incubus
same album.
I think it is. Yeah.
song. Yeah, it is. They're like one album. I mean, they have more, but they have like one album.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Right.
That everyone's
Yeah.
like, I know that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really can't think of a movie off the dome. Apologies.
Venom 3. I'm not
I'm curious just to see how they're gonna end it because they have
Yeah.
finally confirmed that's gonna end it.
like I'm
just
gonna
curious.
watch Venom 3, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't say I'm excited.
I'm not. You know what I'm not excited for? Fucking Craven. No disrespect to Aaron
God.
Taylor Johnson, but that movie looks fucking awful.
Yeah, it's a shame that couldn't have been one of the ones that they get in for like the fucking MCU.
Yeah,
Because Craven is an awesome fucking villain.
he was really good in
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 for the
I'll
PS5.
let you boogaloo.
Like, goddamn, agreed. Like, he was a really good villain, and they really humanized him with the whole having the disease or
Yeah.
whatever.
I just think Sony should just stop.
Same, or at least
Stop.
fucking just if you're gonna do Spider-Man, do Spider-Man.
Yeah, if you're gonna make a Spider-Man universe, have a fucking Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and don't just have Adam Scott's sister just give birth to it.
Speaking of that, how do we feel about Madam Web being the #1 movie on Netflix right now?
Probably because everyone's watching it to see how god awful it really
Yeah, like
was.
now that they can't, they're like, oh, let's watch it now just to see how bad
I
it is.
truly think that the main reason is because of Sydney Sweeney. Because
Oh,
she's
yeah.
such a big actress right now.
Agreed, yeah.
Do me and him watch the movie she was in, Immaculate?
Oh my
that
God.
movie, that was something.
That ending of that movie was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, that
No
was an
spoilers,
insane.
unless we
fucking
talk
movie.
about it later on. But for right now, no. But
But,
the ending is wild.
dude, is there any movies that we've already seen that we didn't get a chance to talk about that you guys at least want to like highlight on? Because mine would be Book of Clarence is a pretty
Really
good.
good.
Movie.
I cried for sure.
Well, I
Damn.
only
not
wanted
see
to go
it.
see it because like my wife wanted to go see a movie with
My
her
wife?
mom, but they wanted me to go with them. But I didn't want to
Right.
watch them. They were watching that fucking musical movie that came out earlier.
Wonka?
No, say Wonka.
Oh, you're thinking of
fucking-
My Greek Wedding 3?
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls, okay.
Oh, they haven't saw that bullshit?
Yeah.
Fucking.
And I was like, I don't want
I
to
don't like the
sit through
first
that.
one. Fuck.
Man, I fucking love Mean Girls. I will stand on that.
That's fair. I'm sorry.
I
It wasn't marketed to me as a
Yeah.
kid. I think I've seen the whole movie at some point, but I've only seen it in bits and pieces. I've
just-
never actually seen it all the way through.
I think we should all watch it together.
Okay.
I think you guys would like it if
Alright.
you actually watched it.
Okay.
I mean,
As
I've
an
watched
adult.
it before. I had an older sister who loved the movie
That's fair.
and watched it all the time because I was the younger sibling. I didn't get to choose.
Yeah, but you haven't like watched it in
As an
your
adult.
adult life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know.
What if I still hate it?
I mean, you could, and that's totally fine. I just I think there's movies that need a second look, and I think that's one of them for you guys.
Fair enough.
That's all I'm gonna say.
It was Lindsay Lohan before she was on drugs.
Drugs.
Have you guys seen that interview
So back when she
with
still had
her
potential.
and David Letterman, where like David Letterman just kind of like roasts the shit out of her?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a thing until I saw something on Facebook about it, and I was like, bro, this. I was like, sometimes he wasn't a good guy.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll stand by this. I think the only like late night host that's genuinely a good person is Conan O'Brien.
Agreed. He's a fucking man.
Because like every other like late night host is like proven that they're kind of shitty.
What do you think about Jimmy Kimmel?
Fuck Jimmy Kimmel,
Oh
man.
man, if you guys
Fuck that guy.
if we
You fucking get Jimmy Kimmel can go fuck himself.
agreed. When we
He's
put our
such a
socials out
shitbag.
there, you can fucking check our Twitter. We don't have any tweets that like are gonna get us canceled, but we do have tweets where we legitimately voice our concerns for Jimmy.
If
Kimmel.
I met Jimmy Kimmel, I would punch him in the face.
Same. What a fucking piece
Did you like
of
that
shit.
layup I gave you though?
Yeah.
Stop fucking letting him host the fucking Oscars. I'm sick of
Just give it to Ricky Gervais, and he'll just roast everybody.
it. Dude, I watched the whole video about that. About him being the host, and I was like, damn.
I haven't really heard much about Craig Ferguson being a
Oh,
weird
Greg
guy.
Ferguson's I think
Okay.
he's also another exception. Where
Yeah, like
he's
him and-
really nice.
Him and Conan O'Brien are probably the only two that
Yeah.
aren't like shitty people.
I don't think I've ever sat down and watched an episode of late night anything ever in my life.
I would watch it live when I was younger,
Yeah.
But as an adult, I don't watch it.
I know me and my dad on Friday nights after SmackDown would go off. Me and him would watch David Letterman.
So I will change it a little bit. There was a span of time where George Lopez had one.
Yeah.
Really?
Called Lopez Tonight, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And I would
that at
record
all.
it.
It was on TBS, and he gave his time spot to Conan, and he went back an hour
Oh, okay.
after Jay Leno fucked him over.
I watched
fuck.
it because he would always have like bands that I really liked on there.
Yeah,
Like,
I do remember that.
I specifically remember Seether being on there. And this
I
is
do
like
like
2010 whenever I fucking loved Seether.
right.
Yeah.
2024, not so much. But 2010, yeah. Because it was like when
Yeah,
that country
back
song
yourself.
came out.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing the dude like, because he'd have, it was
Yeah.
weird whenever they performed. He had like an acoustic guitar on a stand, and he would do the acoustic parts, and then whenever the would break in, he would pull
Yeah.
off and do that.
That song
And I-
played
Cool.
on my way home from work today.
I haven't listened to that song in a very long time.
I didn't skip it because it was the first time I heard it in forever. so-
But it's not a bad song.
yeah, they got some bangers.
They got some
A lot
bangers.
of them are lyrically depressing though.
Fake it, banger.
Yeah.
But anyway,
well, yeah.
fuck Jimmy Kimmel.
Fuck
Jimmy Kimmel.
Also, apparently Jimmy Fallon's also kind of a shitbag.
Yeah, I found that out too. Where he's like kind of a piece of shit to his staff.
That's a shame because I thought he would have been a cool guy.
So,
Yeah.
Really
But
did.
apparently, he also has a drinking problem.
I didn't realize.
allegedly.
I didn't know that until I like looked into his past.
Hey man,
And
sometimes
Don't we all?
sometimes
Yeah.
you have a drinking problem. Not saying that I do.
What?
What? You talk about your Psalms.
What?
You talk about John 3:16.
What?
Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass.
What?
Those two don't really go together, but they
Classic.
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You took
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah.
But yeah. I do that at work a lot.
Same.
Somebody will say something and I'll go, yeah. And they're like, what? And I'm like, fucking
Right.
wrestling thing. Like,
Don't get it.
Well, yeah.
I like to do the what to my wife sometimes.
Yeah, she gets flustered
she
by
gets
it too.
so
It's
angry.
funny. as
dude,
hell.
whenever I get drunk and I'm on the game, bro, I just do that to everybody.
God.
My mom's like come into the room and been like, "Can you stop? Can you please not be this loud?"
How drunk
It's like
were
2
you?
a.m. It's like 2 a.m., bro. And I'm on fucking Fortnite, and everybody's doing it in the mic, and I can't realize how loud I am. So I'm like cutting my Stone Cold promo, going, "What?" And then like the door can open, and my mom's like, "James." Hey.
But see, I'll get really mad at a video game, and I'll be like, "What the fuck? It's fucking bullshit, fuck!" And like my mom will have to come in there and just stare at me down, and I'm like, I'll see her in my corner of my eye, like, I know you're there. I'm sorry. The game's pissing me off right now.
This is what it's like living with your parents at the age of 27.
Yeah, it's not great.
Cheers.
I mean,
We're all working on
I-
trying
I-
to work it out, though.
I kind of got lucky where I kind of have like a whole basement to myself.
Yes, which is good. Yeah.
I got 2 rooms, but they're, still
Yeah.
2 rooms, and I'm a loud motherfucker.
Yeah, and like they
Yeah.
kind of go to bed at like 8, so
Yeah.
I kind of just don't have to worry about it.
I say, ain't no music on. She said, nah, that weed is loud. We ballin'.
Trace wagon.
Great song.
But, yeah, I think that's about all we
Yeah.
got to talk about this
Yeah,
week.
I think we juiced our movies pretty well. We
Yeah.
each juiced our own movies.
We
this
each
week.
juiced a movie. We talked about some other stuff, just some...
Have some fun.
I guess this is a little bit of a chance for them to get to kind of know how we are as people.
Yeah.
As
you know?
friends. Yeah.
Dude,
What?
is there any movie trailer that we've seen? This is the last question I got. But is
No, you've been really on point with these questions, and I
yeah,
love it.
dude. Is there a movie trailer that we've seen a shit ton of that you guys are excited for the movie just so you don't have to see the trailer anymore?
Well, go ahead. You go first, 'cause we all know yours.
Mine's Quiet Place. I'm so fucking tired of seeing the trailer.
We do see it all the time.
and
It
today
looks like a good
we did get a little change of it today.
Yeah.
But it's still like I'm tired of seeing just the trailer for that
Yeah,
movie.
like
As much as I am ready for
We-
the
I honestly might cop out and say that's mine too, because we see it every time we go.
Agreed. And like they've already sold me on the premise. I'm gonna
yeah,
go see it.
like, I'll probably end up watching it, even though I haven't watched the other two.
Yeah.
I'll probably still see it, but
The other 2 are good.
I
Juice 'em.
haven't. I've
Well,
seen
juice
this
'em.
trailer so much that
Yeah.
that I'm tired of seeing it, and I haven't even seen one single fucking Deadpool trailer.
Right, but yet we can fucking sit through fucking Quiet Place every fucking time.
Every single time.
I think since that's all 3 of ours, I'll just cop out and say fucking Nicole Kidman. I'm tired of seeing her.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I miss in the Dolby whenever they had the old one where they said yes, the screen is still on.
Same,
Yeah,
bro.
you
And
go,
like,
wow.
like you see the fire blow, and then like it takes you like 20 fucking movies till you realize, oh, there's a guy blowing that fire.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
I swear to God, the last time they played it was the time that I said, "Whoa!" like really loud, and everybody laughed. I
Yeah.
swear that was the last time we saw that.
That was funny
and it was
too.
perfect. Like,
Because I think it might have been like Nope or somewhere close to it. 'Cause I remember it was around that time frame in movies.
maybe.
Because I
I think it
remember.
was after that.
Because I remember with Nope being really pissed about that one guy that wouldn't shut the fuck up at the beginning.
Dude, we've had some weird fucking experiences
Dude,
in movies this year.
Nothing has ever been weirder than some of the ones I've had at Regal. Like I haven't
Dude.
told any of you guys some of the crazy ones from Regal, but
Like,
we should
you-
talk about it. We should make that a whole episode one time. We're talking about crazy movie experiences.
Okay, cool. Because we had Beekeeper, that dude fucking answered his phone.
That was the
Oh
first
my
time I've
God.
ever seen someone answer the phone in a theater. He said hello, and I was like, "Are you fucking serious? Did you
And people
hear
were
that?"
like, "Get off the phone!"
The guy in front of us got up and was about to go beat this guy's ass. And thank God,
Yeah.
thank
Oh,
God, like his
dude.
girlfriend stopped him.
Yeah, and then we had the fucking Baby Eater and Fall
Oh my
Guy.
God.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I would have understood if you brought your little baby to fucking Garfield.
Bro.
Or
If
fucking
even.
Fall Guy?
Bro, the kids that were in Garfield were better behaved than that fucking
Well, the
kid.
problem was it's not the kid. It's not
No,
the
it's
baby's
not the
fault.
kid.
No, it's not the baby.
Obviously,
still.
it's not the baby's fault. But the fucking parents would not take that baby out of that fucking theater to save their
Exactly.
motherfucking life, and it was the most ridiculous thing. And it happened in the middle of an exposition dump too. Whenever
Yeah.
they're in the fucking truck, and
Yep.
that shit was hilarious, and they ruined that fucking scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I watched it again with my parents the next weekend, and I was able to watch that scene without a baby fucking crying, and it helped a little bit. It helped me understand more about what they were
What-
trying to set up.
What song was he listening to?
I don't know. I just
It
know
was
it's
a
Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift
I
It was a
just
Taylor
don't know
Swift
which
song, and
one.
it was really funny.
It was funny, but also like I feel like I could relate to it.
Oh,
Like
dude.
if I go listen to it, I'd be like, "Shit, this is
What
Can
kinda
y'all know if anyone can relate to anything like that?
T-Swizzle."
This guy.
What I loved
I've been hurt
about...
too many times, boys.
I hated the baby experience, but what I loved about it is like whenever everybody was leaving and exiting the movie, they all had to walk by the baby guy, and everybody roasted that motherfucker
Dude,
on their way out.
That's my favorite thing with weird movie experiences is just watching how it, because like and eventually this movie's gonna have to end, and we're gonna have to look at each other.
Yeah.
And like some of the ones like today we had a good one too, but like I love seeing like how it plays out at the end of the movie.
Yeah, because we were all at the urinal, and I was kind of shitting on the guy, and I was just like, bro, just because you can't pull out, don't make it my problem.
Okay,
And there was a dude taking a dump, and he just lost
He
it.
started fucking laughing, bro.
I think that's all. That's the only people that were in there still, which is us three and that guy.
Yeah.
And like he said, don't make your weak pullout game my problem, and he fucking lost. He goes.
Look, imagine being in that guy's shoes, bro. You're just trying to take a dump, just trying to be quiet, and then you hear a guy just say that out of nowhere.
You know, we do that shit all the time, though. We walk into a bathroom, and, like, there's somebody shitting, and we don't know, and we're just saying all kinds of dumb shit.
Oh,
I just told the
absolutely.
story at work the other day to some guy about how me and Dylan walked into a bathroom one time and just like kind of like the Halo soundtrack, but like it was just like a oh. We were serenading this guy while he took a shit.
It may or may not have been one of our managers.
Yeah.
Because his laugh sounded familiar.
Because you just hear a huh.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta do stuff. The movie we saw last week,
There's a dude at the end of it that just fucking sat down.
That was funny.
it happens so much.
It happens so
Because people
much.
don't fucking pay attention. And you know what? I think that it was either he was in the wrong theater, or he's there early.
Right. And you know what I think too? I think it's because as the evening progresses, before they get the guy who takes the tickets not at the counter, I think he didn't have anyone to tell him where his fucking theater was, so he was just guessing.
And they don't have the things that tell you what movie you're watching.
Yeah, I fucking hate that nowadays at the fucking Hickory one.
Yeah, bro, just tell me what fucking movie's supposed to be in here.
Right? But, and then before that, earlier in that movie, fucking, like before the movie started, the motherfucker took like 2 fucking selfies with the flash on.
Yeah. And then they tried to talk in the movie, and the guy in front of us was like, yo!
And he just points to the screen. He doesn't say a word. He just points to the screen like, watch the fucking movie, or I'll come back there.
And they were quiet the rest of the movie.
Agreed. But their fucking flash still kept going off.
Yeah.
Because like they had that mode on the iPhone where it flashes on the camera when you get a text message. So like it would still go off occasionally, but it wasn't as bright as like the flash they had at the beginning. But like we're running along. But like I've definitely had some weird ones in Regal. It was this movie called The Retirement Plan. where like Nicolas Cage was like a ex hitman, and he needed to do some hitman shit. But like it was clearly rated R. And like first of all, you're bringing a child. Second of all, he's special needs, so you just need to make sure that he's not going to get overwhelmed by anything. But you're bringing him to a movie where motherfuckers are shooting people, they're dropping F-bombs and shit, and like he keeps clearly showing that he doesn't want to be there. The whole thing was like I'm just trying to enjoy the movie, and it's kind of hard to focus. And like that was a weird experience. But like it seems to be that my worst experiences are always at Regal. It's crazy. Look at Clarence too. There was like these kids that were kind of assholes and wouldn't shut the fuck up. And they kicked this one guy's back of the seat, and the guy was like, "Dude, don't fucking do that." He was pissed.
Well, yeah, I would have been mad too.
Yeah, but like they wouldn't shut the fuck up, and you could tell they were just there to kill time. I'm like, dude, you piss me off.
Whenever we went to Concord to see the holdovers.
Oh God, yeah.
Like that group of kids or
Walked in and was
teenagers,
just like, "Oh,
they just screamed and moaned. It was like an emotional part of the movie.
yeah." That
hear.
Oh
yeah.
no, if it was that, I would have laughed. But like they were just like, and then we're screaming and shit.
Okay. I don't really remember that then. I
If
guess
someone hit us with a "oh yeah," I would have done it back.
I would have done a whole yeah back.
Because I think we were like one of the only ones in there.
Yeah.
There wasn't many people.
It was like,
Holdover's a fucking fantastic movie too.
Oh,
I've been meaning to rewatch that again, but I'm not ready for that emotional
It's on
journey.
Peacock.
Same. I'm glad.
It's on the cock.
I'm
It's on the top.
I'm glad the lady won Best Supporting Actress though, because she fucking deserved it.
But yeah.
But you guys would know, because you guys didn't watch the Oscar with me.
No, 'cause I
No.
won't do it.
Was that piece
But
of
like-
shit Jimmy Kimmel hosting?
Yeah,
That's
I know.
why I
but
fucking wanted to watch
just
it.
don't
This was the
care.
first year that we actually watched most of the movies that were nominated.
I understand
Yeah,
why.
but when that piece of shit Jimmy Kimmel's
I
on the
know.
screen, I don't want to watch anything.
I
he's
know, I
on.
get it.
My
But
thing is
you
like-
you missed John Cena naked.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Kimmel was there.
That's fair.
I
And
just,
also, I wouldn't have been able to see him naked anyways.
you can't see him.
Can't see him.
I just don't want to have somebody
My
else
time is now.
tell me who's good. And it's just like the Academy anyway.
I get it. Yeah, no.
You know, that's my beef with it. Like, let's open up this fucking shit.
The only time I watch it is if Will Smith is there and he's gonna smack someone.
I remember we were doing something completely different, and then like next thing we know, we see all over Twitter Will Smith getting smacking somebody. We're like, we gotta turn on the Oscars.
Which is good to know he still can act in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Glad he didn't get blacklisted. For
Blackball.
that. Yeah.
Forgot about two things: my black balls.
Like, I know he can't be nominated for any award ever again. I don't think because he slapped somebody.
I think he can be nominated, but I think he's like on like probation for like 15 years. I think.
Jesus.
But I mean, like he'll still be active by then. He'll probably be doing Denzel shit by then.
Or Suicide Squad 2.
Electric. Well, we already had two. Well, no, because
No, it's kind of like a remake.
Yeah.
it's kind of like a reboot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of, but not really. It's like a requel kind of thing,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
But, that's all I got.
That's all I got, skis.
That's all I got, baby. I have. You've gotten all the juice out of me, out of my movie balls.
What?
I don't know.
Movie fruit.
You juiced my movie fruits.
Well, this has been another episode of the Movie Juice Podcast. I've been Dylan.
My name's Kyle.
And I'm James.
And one last time, this has been The Juice.